King Dedede is a character that greatly excels in areas of spacing, conditioning, ledge trapping, edge guarding, and overall survival. He's the third heaviest character, has the slowest airspeed, but is the second best fastfall speed. He's got a lacking neutral and suffers pretty heavily in the disadvantage stage. He struggles to land, getting back to stage, approaching. He's a big and easy target to hit, gets comboed like crazy. He's slow and is the only heavyweight without a kill throw. But he doesn't care, for he is already perfect. Dedede's main focus is to frustrate you, distinctly with Gordo's, and by staying at the edge of the stage. He will provoke you, trick you, humiliate you, taunt you, anger you, and laugh at you as he knows he's already so much more desirable and better than you. Even after he keeps getting hit and hit over and over again, he's heavy enough to stay alive for a long time, which is frustrating in itself. Dedede actually needs to do this, as his general neutral is based on shield dashing to get a grab, using back air to space and bait, and using his double jumps to bait forth a bad reaction and land with either neutral air, back air, a Gordo, tomahawk grab, or inhale. So, since his approaching game is extremely limited, he needs to screw with you until he has frustrated you, force an approach, bait bad reactions, punish whiffs, and counter shields. And as soon as he has you off stage, he will finally start doing what he's really good at. Dedede has a bunch of different taunts to try tilting the opponent. His crouch, an infinite taunt, his dance, which is done by running left and right, his laugh, which is done by moving the analog stick up and forward, and then back up. Same input can be done at the edge of a stage for different effect. He can waggle his shield at the ledge as a quick taunt, he can slide with his jet hammer by tapping forward as you hold down B, and he can bow if you manage to time an up B just before a match ends. Dedede has one of the highest recoveries, especially considering he has 4 double jumps. He doesn't have as hard of a time landing against most of the cast as, say, Donkey Kong or Bowser, thanks to having the second fastest fall speed and fast fall speed. But against characters with strong vertical combo potential that can abuse Dedede's terrible airspeed, he can find it difficult to get back to the ground. He can also utilize his 4 jumps to attempt to make it to the ledge, and then recover back to the stage somehow. He has 3 hitboxes, one that spikes as he descends, one landing hitbox, and 2 stars after he landed, which are just there to annoy you, as it'll usually poke through the shield after you've shielded the other hitboxes. Once descending, he won't grab the ledge, so you have to either land on stage or flip out of the animation by tilting up, both of which are extremely unsafe. If you flip out of the animation too close to the ground, he'll land with the most amount of end lag. He can still grab the ledge just before he starts descending. He's got super armor as he ascends from frame 26 to 32 and as he descends from frame 73 to 80, making it actually an extremely vulnerable recovery, as well as it's easy to 2-frame because of the large hurt box of Dedede. You can hold down on the analog stick to power through an attack and then release the analog stick to immediately grab the ledge. Considering all of Dedede's ledge options are kinda slow and unsafe, he kind of has to use his super jump to mix up the way he gets back to stage, which is also kind of annoying. One good thing is that it almost breaks the shield, so using it in combination with a Gordo might score you a shield break. However, in order to play Dedede well, you must suck. It'll score you some clean damage, stage control, edge guarding, accidental kills, and will most likely frustrate the opponent as they start mashing out. You can inhale the opponent at the ledge to drop down with them and suicide, or excuse me, Dedecide. This is only beneficial if you are ahead of stock, as Dedede will always die first, unless you spit them out and you've saved at least 1 jump.
Outplayed.
When you spit the opponent out, they will get launched quite far, unless they mash, in which case the distance will shorten. And then of course, you can also move around and jump to infuriate the opponent even more. Mwah, amazing. You can swallow projectiles and other stuff without any reason. You can also B-reverse it, which is important for mixing up your landing. Okay, in all seriousness though, this move is actually a crucial part of Dedede's neutral. Jet Hammer reaches its full charge after 2.3 seconds. It'll be at its strongest if you release it just before the full charge. You can walk and jump as you are charging it up. The full charge will not break a shield. I know, it's crazy, and even if you break it, it starts killing at 62%, which is later than a forward smash, but whatever, it's still cool. I mean, I guess it creates some crazy tension, unless DDD gets hit. The only real reason to use the fully charged Jet Hammer is to punish opponents for re-grabbing the ledge, without invincibility, even though down air will kill earlier. Gordo is less of a projectile and more of a ledge trapping, pressure, and combo tool. If you use it as a projectile, it'll usually just work against you. As you press side B, the Gordo generates at frame 6, and the hammer will launch it at frame 29. If DDD gets hit from frame 6 to 28, the Gordo will get dropped and DDD won't be able to interact with it. However, the opponent can. And during the time that the Gordo is out, DDD is unable to spawn a new one. The Gordo becomes active at frame 29, as well as the hammer will also have a hitbox, and so any attack or projectile will basically get beaten out. However, hit the Gordo starting at frame 30 and it will always reflect back. Using an actual reflector to reflect back the Gordo can actually be a terrible idea, as it might backfire like crazy. You can use the hit of the hammer in specific situations to either push their shield into the launched Gordo, or hit them and launch them into the Gordo for a combo. There are 3 types of Gordo throws: forward, up, and down. You can tilt throw a Gordo, and smash throw a Gordo. It's also important to know the distance of where you can safely throw at the Gordo and shield it if it gets reflected. You can also full hop and buffer a Gordo, which is preferred since it covers way more distance as well as it makes it a lot safer, since if the opponent tries reflecting it while it's grounded, the Gordo will usually reflect it high above DDD, allowing for potential approaches. Depending on the opponent's positioning, you can use different Gordo throws for maximum effectiveness. You can also throw the Gordo over an opponent and knock them into it, which usually will send them straight back towards DDD. If the opponent has a damaged shield by, for example, blocking a back air, the up-thrown Gordo to a down smash can potentially break a shield. You can short hop and full hop from about middle stage and either down throw or forward throw the Gordo to snipe the opponent's recovery. Of course, you can do this while standing as well. If you use a down thrown Gordo from the top platform of Battlefield, you can potentially launch them straight up to where you're standing. However, it does require the Gordo to actually hit behind the opponent. This can also work from the Smashville platform. In terms of ledge trapping, it's actually pretty simple. The most effective one is the up-thrown Gordo, which is there to completely deny ledge jump and stalling opponents. The opponent will mostly have to cleverly time their options: regular get up attack, which both can be hit by the Gordo, or simply played around with other options. Or roll, which can be reacted to in many ways. Double jumping back with a quick attack could work. However, it's risky as DDD can punish this quite hard, and if you're off stage without a double jump, you're most likely not gonna make it back. The ledge trapping phase is one of the only times DDD has a strong advantage, and so it's the most important thing to master. You don't always need a Gordo setup. Gordos are mostly used to condition an opponent to wait and time their getup, which means ledge trumping becomes a very important part of ledge trapping. Once the opponent realizes that they can't hang on to the ledge and always time their options, it becomes really difficult to get back on stage. You can stick a Gordo onto a wall to try and score a kill as the opponent tries to recover. However, there's only a 50% chance that the Gordo will stick. And there's also a chance that the opponent will actually not get affected at all by the Gordo either, but hey, that's DDD for you. It's a risk, since if it does hit, then it sets up for a kill, and if it doesn't, you've given up stage control and have to now struggle to get back. Worth it? You can short hop and use side B, run off, double jump, side B, release the ledge, double jump, side B. You can full hop out, double jump out, and side B upwards. This one takes a bit longer to set up. However, you get to the stage much sooner and can follow up more effectively. Essentially, this can be done from any kind of edgeguard situation as long as you've mastered the range and timing. can also potentially stick to the edge after bouncing off the opponent. And if you're good enough, you can of course always try sniping the ledge from any other distance as you are recovering, to prevent opponents from ledge trumping you. And if they hit the Gordo, it'll be used against you. However, Dedede is anime enough to power through it with his up B. The Gordo itself can score a kill as it can stage spike. However, Dedede will always have a bunch of follow-ups to ensure the kill. We've got back air, which is the most basic but most guaranteed follow-up. Down air, which is hard to hit but will kill above 40%. And finally, up B, which is fast, risky, and will kill at any percentage. Now I'm sure each and every one of you came here for this specific setup, so to pull this one off, make sure you jump at least once or twice before you up B, otherwise you might suicide. Just as the spike hits above the ledge, you need to press up on the analog stick to cancel the up B in order to grab the ledge, style on your opponent, and infuriate them with taunts. Jab is used to pressure the opponent in front from afar. The second jab is safe at max range and pulls the opponent closer, which can allow for some mix-ups. If they land, you can either jab or down tilt, and if they jump, you can follow up with an aerial. However, it's risky since all of these options are slow and can be escaped. The rapid jab will start killing at higher percentage. Forward tilt is used to punish short hops and aggression in front of Dedede. It can rack up some pretty good damage when used successfully with a Gordo ledge trap. Is it safe on shield? Nope. Can the opponent pop out before the last hit and punish Dedede? Yep. Up tilt can be used as an anti-air as it has intangibility on his head and left arm. This also means that it's a good tool to reflect back a Gordo, as he won't ever need to worry about trading because of that intangibility. It starts behind Dedede, potentially allowing it to punish cross-ups if you manage to catch them during the jump. If it connects at low percentage, it can potentially force an air dodge or follow up into an up air if they jump out or attack. Down tilt is Dedede's quickest move, and so it's his fastest out of shield option excluding the grab. It's disjointed, so it can be used to punish whiffs and rolls behind him. However, grabbing is more beneficial. This move only has a hitbox in front of Dedede, and so there is a chance that it'll miss opponents that are too close. Other than that, it can also be used in a neutral to quickly punish an opponent for running into Dedede, and instead condition shield dashes. It works well for punishing 2 frames with its somewhat lingering hitbox. At low to mid percentage, down tilt can launch the opponent for a tech situation. Down smash is Dedede's fastest kill option, and sends opponents at a great horizontal angle off stage. It can be used to punish rolls and spot dodges. Forward smash is the strongest smash attack in the game, with surprisingly low end lag, solid range, and a weak shockwave hitbox afterwards. It's really good at breaking shields if charged, or if it's combined with a Gordo. Pivot forward smash can be really good in the neutral to surprise and scare the opponent into respecting your space. Up smash covers a large area above him. It even has a hitbox between his adorable feet, and so it's a hard commitment to punish aerial opponents, especially if they double jump out and land close to you. Dash attack is one of the slowest and strongest dash attacks in the game. There's a sweet spot and a long-lasting sour spot. This move can potentially be used to punish bad landings, rolls, spot dodges, and 2 frames. However, it's mostly used at the ledge during a ledge trap situation to punish regular get up attack, ledge jump, and hanging opponents, and so it'll mostly condition forth rolls, unless the opponent cleverly times the regular get up or ledge jumps. However, if there's a Gordo in place, then that should still cover those 2 options. Neutral air is Dedede's fastest aerial and can potentially be used as an out of shield option to get an opponent off of you, or combo break. It's generally unsafe against shield. It has a sweet spot that has a few combos at low percentage, and a sour spot with even more combo potential. It combos into grab at 0, then up tilt, then neutral air, or back air, and even up smash or up air at later percentage. And also does a good job at covering the 2-frame, ledge jumps, and regular get-up. It's also his best option when dropping through a platform since it can lead to a multitude of things. Back air is Dedede's main move in the neutral. It's a spacing, pressuring, and kill option. It's safe against shield if spaced, both with a buffered back air and landed back air. It auto-cancels on short hop and can even be double jumped out of. While it looks huge, the hitbox is actually significantly smaller than the animation, not covering below or above Dedede. It also works as an excellent aerial against opponents on platforms. Forward air is faster than back air but has a worse hitbox and more end lag, making it unsafe in the neutral. It's also unsafe on hit until about 40%. It does not auto-cancel from a short hop, and therefore this aerial is only used to punish full hops or to edgeguard. Other than that, this move is also his best tool to reset the opponent. Down air is for spiking. However, it's probably the hardest move to spike with in the game, as you have to perfectly connect with the head of the hammer. Everything else around it is a sour spot. It sends grounded opponents horizontally and can be auto-cancelled if you jump, immediately double jump, and buffer a down air. You can potentially buffer a back air to pressure a shield and then double jump down air to punish them for trying to punish you. Up air is a solid anti-air and cannot be smashed the eye out of. It launches opponents diagonally away depending on if they get hit in the front or in the back of the hammer. With its amazing disjoint and range, up air is actually a great tool for planking as well as generally sharking through the floor of the stage and forcing an opponent to either back off or shield it. It can also be fast fallen to drag down the opponent, however it's easily punishable and so it's not really a thing. Forward throw and back throw are for setting up for edge guards. Up throw looks hilarious, but it's useless unless you want to throw an opponent into a Gordo, and so down throw is his main throw, as at 0 to 10% you can combo into neutral air or a footstool. Characters with good aerial mobility can drift behind Dedede and avoid the forward air, in which case you have to double jump backwards in either forward air or neutral air. The neutral air will lead into another grab, and if they are at low enough percentage, it can lead into another footstool to forward air. From approximately 10 to 60%, down throw leads into back air. The back air can lead into a second back air if they DIN. If they jump, you might be able to catch them with up air. An air dodge can be punished with a delayed back air or a Gordo toss. Against fast fallers, you have to short hop rather than full hop for the back air to connect. From approximately 60 to 80%, up air works, and above 80% you might be able to get a 50-50 with the up air at very specific percent. However, usually there's nothing that Dedede can follow up with at high percentage, and so it's usually better just to throw them off stage and set up for an edge guard. If you down throw at the very edge of the stage, the knockback will be reduced, which makes down air a bit easier to connect. It's still not a true combo though. To vote for what character should be next in the series, check out the link in the description below. Also big shoutouts to Soul Train, Girthquake, and the rest of the DDDs for helping me out.